Good morning, children. Welcome back with the next new session. So, in this session, we are going to revise lesson number 4 from 6th standard textbook, that is Landforms of Andhra Pradesh. Landforms of Andhra Pradesh, lesson number 4 from 6th standard textbook. So, in this session, we will be having a quick recap of the lesson in few minutes. Okay, so let's begin. Relief means the shapes of the surface of the earth. In other words, we call landforms. Relief means the shapes of the surface of the earth. In other words, we call the landforms. That means whatever we see, mountains, hills, okay, water bodies, plateaus, plains are all known as the landforms of the world or the earth. Okay, so these are also known as relief shapes on the surface of the earth. So these are known as the landforms. Then the land shapes like hills, plains, plateaus, mountains, valleys are called landforms. Okay, so landforms are what are the types of land shapes here? We say hills. So hills are the very narrow and conical in shape kind of a mountains. Then plains are the lands which are covered with green. That means the green area lands are known as plain lands. Usually the cultivated lands are known as the plain lands. Next, the plateaus. Plateaus are the lands where the land is like triangle in shape and like it's in high elevated lands. Okay, so the lands are normally the high ranges, but they are not like in mountains. So usually the mountains are like this, isn't it? But whereas the plateaus are little high, but they are flat on surface. Okay, then after that, mountains. Okay, hills and mountains. Hills are very much sharp, whereas they are so much like they are highly elevated. Like highly elevated means very much high, and they are very much slope like this. Okay, but whereas when we talk about mountains, it is little bit like this. Okay, little bit wide and normal shape like this. Okay, so it's a slight difference between the hills and the mountains. Then valleys are called landforms. Valleys means in Telugu we'll say no loyalu, and loyalu are seen in Telugu, no. So that is known as valleys. Okay, are called as landforms. Then the height of the landforms are measured from the mean sea level, MSL. So the height of a landform. So how can we measure the height? We cannot go and measure every mountain or every hills, isn't it? For that, to take an average, we will take a sea level. So whatever the water body which is present surrounding to the landform, so depending on that, so on averagely we will take the height of that. Okay, so that is known as mean sea level, MSL. Okay, then a mountain is a natural higher elevated feature of the earth's surface. Okay, a mountain is a natural higher. Okay, mountains are nothing but high elevated means what? Very much high. That means something which is at a higher distance is known as high elevated. Okay, so mountain is a structure which is at a higher distance. Okay, then a plateau is an elevated flat land. Yes, just I told. And a plateau is a land which is flat, little bit high, but not as in mountains, but on the top there is no conical shape, but on the top it will be a flat land. Okay, then the Deccan Plateau in India is the oldest plateau on, and it is the volcanic origin. Okay, so Deccan Plateau, the oldest plateau in India. Okay, so it also erupts volcano. Okay, that means that the lava comes no from the mountains, from inside that the very like heated lava comes from the mountains. You might have seen it in the Discovery channels and all, isn't it? So Deccan Plateau is the place where where usually the volcanic eruption happens. Okay, then plateaus are the rich in minerals deposits. Plateaus are rich in mineral deposits. Though the lands are very much high, it has a lot of rich minerals. Okay, then plains are level lands with a flat surface which have maximum height of 200 meters above the sea level. So what are plains? Plains are the areas. Usually these lands are used for cultivation. Usually the plain lands are used for cultivation. Okay, usually the people like us, we live on the plain areas, so that agriculture is done and we people can transport from one place to another is only possible in the plain areas only. So most of the people live in the plain areas only. Then so what happens is, so the height of the plain will be maximum of 200 meters above the sea level. Then the Indo-Gangetic plains of India are world famous. The Indo-Gangetic plains, okay, that means the river Ganga and the place that Indo-Gangetic plain is known as the world famous one. Okay, then Andhra Pradesh is situated in the southeastern direction and is one of the 28 states in India. Okay, Andhra Pradesh is situated in the southeastern part. Okay, so when we have spoken about the directions, so we have spoken there is southeast direction, that means bottom to the east and between the south. So the place is known as southeast. So to that place Andhra Pradesh is situated, and Andhra Pradesh is one of the state among 28 states in India. Then the length of the coastal line in Andhra Pradesh is 972 kilometers. Please remember this. The coastal line means the area which is near to the seas are known as coastal lines. For example, Srikakulam, Vijayanagaram, Visakhapatnam. Okay, all these are the places which are nearer to the sea. That means usually these have the oceans, no, like the beaches they have, no. So that line is known as the coastal lines. Okay, so please remember that Andhra Pradesh has the coastal line of 972 kilometers. Very important bit. Okay, then Andhra Pradesh comprises coastal Andhra Pradesh and Rayalaseema. So Andhra Pradesh has two coastal ranges. One is Andhra Pradesh, that means we have our Andhra Pradesh, along with that the Rayalaseema is also having the coastal area. Okay, then Andhra Pradesh has varied relief forms. Yes, in our state of Andhra Pradesh we have different relief forms. What are relief forms? We told in the beginning, that means different land forms. We have hills, we have mountains, we have different plains, we have plateaus, we have water bodies, isn't it? Then we have valleys too. Then Andhra Pradesh has Deccan Plateau, Eastern Ghats and coastal plains. Yes, Andhra Pradesh is the only place where it has Deccan Plateau, it has Eastern Ghats. Eastern Ghats means the eastern side of mountains are known as the Eastern Ghats, and finally the coastal plains. Just now we have discussed no, the coastal line. Okay, then Podu is an ancient tribal agriculture practice in the hilly areas. This is shifting or jumming cultivation. Okay, Podu cultivation, as we have discussed in the lesson, that Podu cultivation is usually done by the tribal people who are living in the forest, that too the hilly forest or the mountains. Okay, so what they do is usually they clear a small patch of land and then they start cultivating there. For example, if you go to Aruku Valley, you might have seen on the mountains how it is done. Okay, so that step cultivation or jumming cultivation is also known. It is known as jumming cultivation. You might have seen different like the beverage crops like coffee is been usually you can find on the mountain ranges there. Okay, so this is known as step cultivation, jumming cultivation or shifting cultivation. Okay, that means it is not permanent. From one place it can be, next time the farmer can grow in some other place also. Then the plateau area of Andhra Pradesh belongs to the Eastern Deccan Plateau and the Rayalaseema region comes under this landform. The plateau area of Andhra Pradesh, which is related to Andhra Pradesh as well as the places of Rayalaseema also. Okay, the which plateau? Deccan Plateau. Then in Andhra Pradesh, the plains are situated in coastal district. So in Andhra Pradesh, the plains are situated on the coastal areas also. Then plain areas are important for agriculture because the alluvial soils are deposited at sediment. Okay, so we have discussed this point also, that whenever a river flows, it carries good amount of soil that helps in cultivating crops, that to fertile soil. So here the soil is alluvial soil which is been deposited or sediment in the ends of the river, on the ends of the banks of the river. We have discussed now Oddu, isn't it? In Telugu it is known as Oddu. So what happens is whenever the water comes, it also carries some of the mud along with that. So it all pushes it towards the end of the mouths of the river. So that soil is usually used for cultivating the crops. Okay, then in Andhra Pradesh, two main rivers. In Andhra Pradesh, there are two main rivers. They are Godavari and Krishna, form a very big plain in the form of delta. Okay, so what happens is the river Godavari and Krishna is a holy rivers that are found in Andhra Pradesh, whereas when it flows, it also carries some amount of good soil that are being deposited on the plain areas. Plain means the areas which are used for cultivating. Okay, then the last point, we find all these landforms in different parts of Andhra Pradesh, and we can find diverse situations in different regions. Okay, so there are many whatever we have discussed are seen, like whatever the landforms we have discussed are all seen in different parts of Andhra Pradesh, and it is also helping people for their livelihood. Okay, one more point to be added which is not there in the textbook, I want to say is see how we have landforms on the earth, okay, not only on Andhra Pradesh, how we have the landforms on the earth, like the hills, mountains, okay, all these things, same kind of landforms are found under the water also. Same kind of landforms are found under the water also. You, if you might have seen the like Discovery Channel or National Geography Channel, you might have seen, you will see that many people who go for scuba diving, that means people who go for underwater scuba diving, no, goes underwater, so there they find they find the hills and like mountains kind of structures are found under the water also. Okay, they are the areas which are flat, they are the areas which are conical in shape, they are the areas which are mountain kind of a structure. So same kind of things are being found under the water also. Okay, so this was one important point which I wanted to say, which we did not speak in before lesson. Okay, so this was the class, children, with a quick recap of this lesson. So those who have not heard the previous lesson of landforms of Andhra Pradesh, for them it was a quick lesson. I hope you understood this part of revision session very well. We'll meet up with the next upcoming revision session in the next class. Till then, bye children. Thank you. Have a nice day.